All right, let me do the walk around. I got some passengers today. All right. Looks like a clear day. Good day for flying. So let's get started here, shall we? All right. Let's get the ground power unit. All right, I'm gonna shut the door because it's noisy. Chocks. Getting rid of the chocks also gets rid of all the covers for the static wicks and for the jets. So let's see our weight. Oh, we're going to need some fuel, so we need to open up the door in order to do that. That might help, huh? So it's going to be a little noisy as I fuel up the plane. It's very simple. Yep, not too much. Alright, now I'll shut the door. Close out of that window. You can see all the junk's gone away. So. Shouldn't say junk, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's fire the beast up. Do the pre-flight checklist. Cover and chokes removed, chocks removed, engine selectors. Let's check to make sure that they are off, and they are off and off. Check. System battery switch to on. It's going to beep and do all sorts of stuff. Good. Move in here and make sure my AirX cycle is correct. Navigation 2203, that's correct. Continue. Mr. Autopilot down here. Good. It's good there. Fuel quantity, we just kind of did that. Check to make sure. Yep. Power level is sub 2 idle. Check gear handle 3 down and 3 green. I'm dyslexic today. Alright, all light switches off. They are, check. Flaps set to take off. Check. Maneuvering, and down. Check to take off. Rudder pedals are adjusted. Okay. Flight controls, we will check them now. How I do. I do the flight controls is I act like the guy on the ground handler. Make sure that's good, that's good. Up, down, good. About up so we can actually see them move. Well, that's good. Back in, and we're going to turn on our nav lights. Go back outside, make sure that they are on, and that is checked. Trims. Trims look good for takeoff. Okay, before engine start, GPU is connected and on. And check our bolts. Good. Air source switch as required. We're going to do that a little bit later. Air source, oxygen control pull on. Good. Oxygen is set to auto. Check. Oxygen pressure. Good. Air source switch to normal. Check. Enunciators test. Next. Here we go. Good. All lights good. External lights are on. Gear down in 3 green. Check. Fuel quantity is checked. Parking brake is set. Check. And what we need to do now is make sure we have our clearance. Alright. Even before we do that, I want to make sure we have our navigation all set up now. And then we'll do ATIS. Get all that. ATIS. There's a button. Just gotta blow it up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Hey, what a novel idea. Click on flight plan. Menu. Go to catalog. I gotta see a bunch of flight plans up here. And they're open. So I probably have to go in there and delete them, but I'm not going to do it today. Activate this. And I might get an error. Okay, good. So it did take it. All that work that we put in there has worked fine. It's been uploaded into the FMS and it's all there. So now what we need to do is get the ATIS. Now, Cuyahoga County has their own ATIS in reality, but I have to actually put in Burke Lakefront Airport's ATIS, which is really weird. So according to Navigraph, I think they said 6. Yes. So I don't know why that's like that. But anyways, what we need to do is put in the frequencies. There's another way we can do that though. If I go up here and I click on that, I can file a flight plan here. But anyways, I can get the radio numbers by clicking that. Pause video here. start video here, or I can use a plugin called Frequencies Selector. So I can go down here and click this, and then I don't have to punch in all the different radio frequencies. Let's see if it took it. Pause video. Really? I gotta look it up manually. Okay, here we go.
Burke Lakefront Information Alpha. 1200 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 13, dew point -14. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 06 left, departing runway 06 left. Advise on initial contact. You have Alpha.
Okay, we have Alpha.
Cuyahoga ground. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta request startup. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, startup approved. Startup approved. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
Simple as this. So we're watching the NG, ITT, what's going on? Go for 2. Good start. Relays out. Things to stabilize. Gen's on. Bus ties to auto. Disconnect GPU. You're on our phone, buddy. Lights on, lights on. Ice protection isn't needed, not today. Although it is cold outside, but in real life. The taxi lights on because we are getting out of here. Making sure that they work.
Cuyahoga ground. Good morning. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta is ready for taxi. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, taxi to runway 06. Contact tower on 118.500 when on holding point.
Holding point. No?
Taxi to runway 06. Contact tower on 118.500 when on holding point. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
Alright. So, before taxi, FMS is set up. Good. Trims, pitch, everything good. Flaps set. Takeoff, check. Ice protection is required. Check. External lights, check. Taxi and takeoff briefing complete. Parking brakes released. Before taxi, checklist complete. Let's get out of here. Redcon. Okay. Taxi brakes are checked. Flight instruments are checked. Transponder equipment is checked. Takeoff configuration before before takeoff. Okay. The flaps are checked. Good. Air source switch to normal. Good. External lights is required. Transponder checked. Go ahead and flip on our beacon. Landing. Good. I gotta go tower. 8.5.
CUYAHOGACO Tower, good morning, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta on holding point of runway 06, ready for departure. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, wind is calm, runway 06, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff runway 06, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
I gotta warn everybody, I have not flown in several months. We're gonna see how awful this takeoff is. Alright, here we go. Takeoff power set, 90%. If I go over 90%, I can blow out the engines. This has a very low takeoff speed compared to some of the bigger jets I fly. 80 knots, cross check. V1, rotate, positive rate, gear up. I had to do a little jump there because of trees. That's why I had to kind of kick it like that. Flaps up.
Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, altimeter 29.92. Contact Cleveland Center on 134.125 by.
That's a little windy up here today.
Altimeter 29.92. Contact Cleveland Center on 134.125. Goodbye, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
Okay, autopilot on, nav on, vertical speed on, flight director on. Turn over to 60. So we gotta go to Cleveland Center 134. 3, 4. 2, 5. Enter. And there's our call.
Cleveland Center, good morning, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta passing 2,300 feet, climbing flight level 100. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, Turn right heading 190, climb to flight level 100. Turn right heading 190, climb to flight level 100, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
Here we go outside. Yeah! I wonder where my lady friend went. I don't know why it does that. What's cool about the Eclipse here is like everything is clickable. Move that around, go down, go up, down. It's kind of cool. So we're going to do the ILS approach into Ohio University. So how y'all been doing? Doing all right? Good. Some of my other YouTuber friends have channels who fly a lot. Citation Max being one. Baron Pilot is another. Stevo Knievo is one. And Premier One Driver. I haven't seen much from him lately. Greg Mink. He's a good guy. So it's a nice day to go flying. Got some traffic over there. So this uses the Skyview Avionics package with the Garmin touchscreen, which I really like. It makes single pilot workload really, really, really simple. Pretty easy to fly this, comparatively speaking. Oh, you want to see the interior? Okay. Hey, where'd all my passengers go? Well, they must have heard me say that this is my first time flying in a couple of months. Oh well, their loss. Your gain. Alright, so we're gonna head up to flight level 10 or 000 10,000 10,000. Then I'm gonna turn off the camera because it's gonna get pretty freaking boring. I gotta keep the lights on below 10,000 feet, as well as keep my speed below 250 knots due to speed restrictions, noise abatement, and all that happy stuff. And as you can see, with this Eclipse, you kind of fly crooked until I do what I call a crazy Ivan.
Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, climb to flight level 100. Climb to flight level 100, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
It'll come up. That's crazy item. Looks like we got some traffic below and probably going into Cleveland. Well, and to the right. Slow down. Ready to climb so we can get some speed. To that, it should be heading. Must have inadvertently hit something. I haven't heard him give it direct. Alright. Okay, I'm going to turn off the cameras now since we are at our cruising altitude or getting right close to it. And we'll see you on the descent. Alright, so we are on our descent.
Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, turn left heading 189er. Turn left heading 189er, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, altimeter 29.92 hectopascal, contact Ohio University Snyder Field approach on 120.950. Expect runway 25 to land by.
Bye.
Altimeter 29.92 hectopascal, contact Ohio University Snyder Field approach on 120.950. Runway 25 to land, goodbye, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
Okay. So I gotta do that.
2095. Ohio University Snyder Field approach, good morning, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, Maintain flight level 80. Flight level 80, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
Some I don't. We'll be on the ground in a few minutes. Hopefully in one piece. Airport is over here. So, oops. Probably trying to align me right over here and right on
there. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, descend to flight level 37. Flight level 37, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
down to 370. It's flight level 37. Make sure all my lights are on. That's good. Sudden approach. Landing data received. We will be landing on runway 25 with the ILS. Windshield defog not needed, ice protection not needed, altimeter is checked, landing lights are on, approach setup and brief, just did it, descent approach checklist complete.
Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, turn right heading to 4 Tree. Cleared for visual approach runway 25. Contact tower on 12 Tree .075 when established. Bye. Turn right heading to Fort Tree. Cleared for visual approach runway 25. Contact tower on 12.075. Goodbye, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
Okay. So, I gotta put that in. 1, 2, 3, 0, 7, 5.
Ohio University Snyder Field Tower, good morning, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta approaching runway 25. Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta identified. Continue your approach.
Gear down. Runway in sight. Field elevation is 766 feet. So I know. For landing, gear down 3, brakes check, flaps landing, autopilot on amber to come off here in a moment. On glide scope and glide slope. I can talk. Water. Ohio University, home of the Bobcats. It's actually where my dad went to school. 1,820 feet. Minimums probably.
Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, wind is calm, runway 25, cleared to land. Cleared to land runway 25, Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta.
On final. I like to keep the autopilot on until the very last minute. These ones were weird. Landing. I got it from here, Tex. My plane. Greased it. Center line got blown. Shouldn't be any wind though. Touch brakes.
Eclipse November 852 Whiskey Delta, taxi to parking FBO.
Football. Keep going to the end. Welcome to home of the Bobcats. Alright, here we are. Let's do shutdown. That is that. That's a wrap. So, we will see you next time. Give this video a thumbs up and a like so it can hit that algorithm and everybody loves it. Please subscribe to my channel and have a great day. See you next time. Bye, guys.